Hello, all my fellow dad friends, and anybody who's listening about this. I want to touch base on memories today because I was going through my phone and I looked up something, but all these pictures just started coming up. And at first, it was really hard for me to see. I became super depressed. But I dug deep in understanding how things are right now, which are very tough. And if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with anxiety, if you're struggling with doubt of who you are and what has happened, you don't need to. Because it takes two to get a divorce. It's not one person. And what you feel right now may feel like the weight of the world on you, which is fair. And honestly, I get it. And there are multiple days where I feel depressed. I mean, including today. It's a Saturday, and I'm just hanging out at a park without children, without partner, with nothing. But I want you to know, in this context, that even though it may be hard to look at those pictures, you must understand that those pictures are very important. And you should put them in a file and remove them from your phone and set yourself up for success, which I have it, and I'm trying to work on that. But at the same time, it takes two. It wasn't just you. It wasn't you who wronged them. And if you were the only one that wronged them, it's okay. Because when it takes two, that person wasn't there for you. That person wasn't accepting the responsibilities of being a partner. And that's what I struggled with. I would do everything, right? Cooking, cleaning, and I know that was my responsibility for being a primary caregiver for 6 years. But at the same time, it's nice to have a break, and my partner did not provide that. So when you got pushed to the limit of enough, and either you lashed out or you wanted a divorce or whatever, you cheated, you drank, you smoked, whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters now is that you're not that person. You really aren't. Because they pushed you to be that person. Even if you were doing it before or when you met them, they just amplified that situation for you. And that's the worst thing in the world, is to finding somebody who just amplifies your bad habits or your frustration or your anger or anything else. Because when they came to you in the beginning, it wasn't like that, right? Even if it was you got drinks together or you smoked together or, what combined you together was a certain habit, they just amplified it. And so I want you to know that what had happened or what you were dealing with or what broke you two was because of that partner. You weren't seen. You weren't respected. You weren't acknowledged. And that's what amplifies that situation. That's when cheating comes into. That's when drinking comes into attack. That's when smoking comes. That's when this. And I'm sure a lot of times you were lashing out for hope, for somebody to kind of realize what they're doing to you. Trust me, I know what that's like. My wife would come home and she wouldn't even acknowledge me. She would go and give the kids a bath, and then she would pass out with them in the same bed that we shared. So there was no intimacy. We went on a trip without our kids, and I had to beg for connection. So if you feel that you're the only one that has brought this upon the family or the children or even your ex-partner, it's not you only. Sure, you took your part. And the sooner you could admit that, the better off you're going to be. Because I'm guaranteed your partner is not admitting anything. And you're paying money for it, and you're paying court fees for it, and you're like doing everything you can to be the best dad in the world, which I commend you because I'm there with you. But at the same time, it is what it is. And it's okay to fall in love with the wrong person. But what you need to do now is pick yourself up and do what you have to do to see the kids, to provide for the kids, and even to be socially acceptance of your spouse. Because the kids are watching, right? So yeah, I understand you. I appreciate you. And just keep showing up for them. It doesn't matter for that other person, because they did you wrong, just like you did them wrong. And that's okay. It just didn't work out.